So many people do things during their flare-ups that really set them back. I see and hear about from clients the stuff that they do, and it's just crazy. And I think back to some of the things that I used to do when I was having flare-ups. When I was having flare-ups back in the day, what I used to do is shave everything off. I would have eczema in my beard, on my face right here, in my scalp, on my arms. Wherever I could get my razor, I would literally shave it off. That is something I do not recommend. In today's video, I want to give you guys 3 things to focus on during your flare-ups so that you don't make stupid mistakes like I used to make and that some of my ex-clients used to make, or my current clients make currently. In today's video, I want to give you guys In today's video, I want to give you guys 3 protocols to focus on during your flare-ups so that you don't set your skin health back during flare-ups, and so that you can keep the cleansing and the detoxification and the healing process happening. Stay tuned. So by far the most challenging part of overcoming eczema, dermatitis, psoriasis, and rosacea is what to do during flare-ups. That's the question I get the most from my private clients, the people in our group classes. What do you do? Okay, so first of all, there's kind of like 2 main keys to this entire thing. The 2 most important parts of dealing with flare-ups properly are knocking the inflammation down in the body. That's gonna cause the body to have less itching, to be less red, and to just be generally more comfortable. So inflammation is number 1. Number 2, digestion, gut health, small and large intestine. So the backed up pipage. Those are the 2 focuses when you have a flare-up. You gotta go directly into focusing on those 2 things. If you can knock out the inflammation and you can ease the burden of digestion, the flare-ups are gonna go away much faster, and they're gonna be way less intense rather. And here's kind of a quick caveat. As time goes on, if you are approaching skin disease reversal and getting healthy skin in the right way, and you're cleansed and detoxed, and you're eating the proper diet, and you're not doing cheat meals, and you're really consistent, the flare-ups will get softer and softer and softer over time. And if you do these 3 things and you focus on knocking down the inflammation and healing the gut and the digestion, the flare-ups will be easier every time, and they'll be quicker, like I said. So let me get to number 1. Number 1 is super straightforward. I've talked about this in a million videos. To get the details of how to do these 2 things perfectly, and the details do matter, go see my Rolodex of videos about intermittent fasting and water fasting. Intermittent fasting and water fasting are both amazing techniques for knocking down inflammation and helping digestion. It's no wonder they work so awesome for flare-ups. In short, water fasting, you guys get the idea. You're only drinking water and eating no calories. A day or 2 of that will usually do the trick. Like I said, go see my videos on how to water fast correctly to get the most out of them. Intermittent fasting, I think that an 18-hour fasting window is best for flare-up. So you spend 18 hours of the day not eating, and then you have a short eating window. You can also do a 16-8 eating window, or you can just do kind of liquids until dinner. So kind of a somewhat of a hybrid intermittent fasting approach. So number 1 thing to focus on when you're having flare-ups is water fasting and intermittent fasting. It will help immensely. Number 2, you want to inundate your body with super easily digestible, nutrient-rich, gut healing foods, and you want to avoid everything else when you're having a flare-up. So my top foods for when you're having a flare-up are things like bone broth, celery juice, turmeric lemonade. Those 3 things you should just absolutely be living on when you're having flare-ups. Reason being is the same reason as the first one. It helps with inflammation immensely. It helps with detoxification, cleansing, autophagy immensely. It helps the pathways of elimination open up so that the toxins have a place to leave. It also helps the body stay extremely hydrated. So, number 2, the bone broths, the celery juice, and the turmeric lemonade. Drink those all day. A simple approach is to do your intermittent fasting, and then once you hit your eating window, start off with the celery juice, then move on to the turmeric lemonade, and then with your bone broth, you can have something like salmon, or just do bone broth and that's it. Keep that up for a couple days or during your flare-ups. If you're gonna be keeping this protocol up longer, you can add some well-sourced healthy meats and make your bone broth into more of a kind of a vegetable beef soup or a bone broth chicken noodle soup without the noodles. Keep the vegetables really simple, carrots, celery, onion, that type of thing. Works really awesome. Again, the basics, we're trying to ease digestion, and we're trying to knock out inflammation, and all those foods do a wonderful job with that. Last one, and this is the last number 3, and here is the last thing that you can do during a flare-up. Here's their last place to focus. Cold exposure and salt baths. Cold exposure is so easy to do. There's so many numerous ways to get cold water or to get your body really cold. One, get as little clothing on as possible and go into a very cold area for about 15 minutes until you can't take it anymore, then go inside. That simple. Use your shower. While you're having your normal shower, put it as cold as you can stand and stay under it for anywhere from 30 seconds to 5 minutes, as long as you can handle it. And you can repeat in intervals within each shower. You can go back and forth between cold and hot showers. You can fill your tub up with ice and go into that. You can fill your tub up with cold water and go into that. You can find a cold pool, you can find the ocean, you can get into a cold lake. Any cold exposure treatment works super well. Along with cold exposure treatments, do things like Epsom salt baths and Dead Sea salt baths. This helps relieve the itch for a lot of people and soothes and relaxes the body. It also relaxes the mind. And that's a major component of flare-ups. A lot of people, on top of having the physical symptoms, also freak out. They stress out and they cause themselves to get into this frenzy of skin disease craziness, and then they have to manage that on top of it. Flare-ups suck, we all know that. During your healing process, flare-ups are going to happen. When they do, don't trip out, don't worry. Do your best to stay calm. Maybe do some relaxing yoga along with this. Do these 3 things: intermittent fasting and water fasting, bone broth, celery juice, and turmeric lemonade, and cold exposure and salt baths. This will be your best pathway and your best guide to dealing with harsh flare-ups, and it will keep you on the healing journey. Remember, when times get tough, check yourself. What are you made of? Keep that long distance focus. Reach out to people like me for help. If you need my help and you're serious about overcoming skin disease, there's a link in the description for becoming a private client. There's also some other offerings on my website. There's a group class happening right now. Most likely you guys will be watching this video. You might be too late for the current one, but always go back to holistichealthactivation.com. We're running our group community coaching courses on a very regular basis, every other month about right now. And we're always gonna have some type of group offering on holistichealthactivation.com. So make sure, if you need help, to check that out. So one of my favorite clients that I just kind of wrapped up a session with was one of those people who was like so lost when she came to me. When she was having flare-ups, she was taking bleach and using bleach on a wet towel and rubbing that on to her skin. Man, her skin was doing all sorts of crazy stuff, but she has healed her skin. She's doing great, and I just want to share with you guys, thanks so much for sharing with me your healing stories. I love getting, testimonials from you guys who watch my channel or that I work with privately, or that took a group class. And there's nothing better than sharing success stories with you guys who are in the place of trying to heal your skin. Keep your focus on the marathon Don't let anyone tell you that this cannot be done. If you stay consistent and you work the program, the 3 phases are there for you to follow. Follow the structure, make them your own, but stay focused and your skin can heal. You can do this thing. I got your back. Much love to you guys on your journey. Leave all of your comments and questions down below. If you're new to this channel, remember to subscribe and share. I'm posting a lot of stuff on Instagram as well. You can find me there at Stewart, Rob Stewart. In real life, I'm just Rob Stewart. I think that's gonna be it. Much love. Be back with many more videos really soon. Peace.